afternoon start coming on. Thank you. Serious talk for serious topic, but I'll have to wait for some time and allow people to come on before I start talking. I'm still in the office anyway, but I want to appreciate you all for coming on quickly. It's a serious talk. So if you can alert others to come on quickly, I think it will be better off for them to join us. Serious talk. It's part of the ongoing campaign. So I'd like to appreciate you for coming on one by one. Serious talk for serious business. I'm in the office, but I have the time. It's just after 3. But like I said, when I have important thing to discuss, I'll come on, The social media is an arena for me to advertise myself, for people to know who I am in the diaspora, for people to know what I'm doing, how I'm helping people. Ọ̀nà tí mo lè fi gbà láti ran Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́, òun ni mo ń lò lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Kò sí ọ̀nà mi ò lè fún yín lówó. With the numbers of population to Nigeria ní diaspora, can't give you money, but I can help you with my information, with my brain, from time to time. So I'm not worried. You can alert people to start coming on one by one. I would appreciate it. We definitely appreciate it if you can alert people to start coming on one by one quickly. Kò sí time, ìdúró sí ìbẹ̀rù sí, ibi iṣẹ́ ni láti mọ ni lọ́lẹ̀. But I have this time now before my next appointment come on. I want to use my lunch time, my 3 hours. Ká sáré sọ̀rọ̀ kíákíá ká gbé síra wa létí. Yorùbá ní àìsí níbẹ̀ láì bá wọn dá sí i. Ká gbé síra wa létí kíákíá ká lè ta ìtì bẹ́ẹ̀ ti wà. Very important. Thank you. You like my hair? Easy láti maintain. Let's be serious. Irun yẹn easy láti maintain. You need láti máa sáré kiri hairdresser, sáré kiri kìíní. Easy for now. As a human being, blood runs in the vein. You only change anytime. But actually, àwọn èèyàn ká wọlé ká sọ̀rọ̀ kíákíá. God bless you for coming on. I appreciate you, but it's for your own good as well. And it's for your friends' good, your family's good. Even if you have British passport or have indefinite leave to remain, no matter. When you hear it from the horse's mouth like this, why is it visit a family you put on board? We can't back and demo. My name is Tokumbola Agbaye. What about you? Kutani woman. I made you in Jasha. I made my no so last joy for over almost 10 years now for the Nigerian in the diaspora. So what tó bá ní ò gbọ́ nípa mi àlejò ló jẹ́ inú ìlú yìí. Àlejò ní tí ò bá ń ṣàlejò orúkọ mi á ti ta sí ẹ létí one way or another. Understand? My public work is in the public, but my life is not in the public. Like but when it comes to work, to my job as a lawyer, I enjoy what I'm doing. But me fear, I can't stand it. Can't stand it at all. Yorùbá ní àkímọ̀ ní kò rí májì. Òótọ́ làwọn èèyàn wà torí ṣiṣẹ́ a máa ṣẹlẹ̀. But I want to focus. I don't want to lose focus. I want to concentrate. And the only way to concentrate is not to lose focus. I came online. I came online this hour time because I have promised that when I have important information, that is when I will come in. And when I don't have anything to talk about, I won't come on. Thank you, Princess Me. Thank you. Thank you. We triggered our Article 50 yesterday. And let me explain to you on that first before I now go into other things to get gist on the immigration matter. 2 days ago, the letter was drafted by the Prime Minister because no other country has done it before. That was the first time that we will have things like that in this country or even anywhere else. We joined 1972, and just 2 days ago, we prepared our letter, and that is when I sent that message out that the letter has now been drafted and signed. Straight away, I said to you that the letter has been drafted and signed. But it was only triggered yesterday. It was only triggered yesterday when our permanent ambassador to Europe took the letter from the Prime Minister, take it down to the President of European country yesterday. It triggered when he submitted it, when he gave the letter to him yesterday, and the Prime Minister announced it as part of the our debate in the Parliament. That was the moment Article 50 was triggered. The moment Article 50 was triggered was when it was delivered. So she announced straight away that the processing had begun. So that is it. It's triggered when it was given to the President of the European Union. Now, the effect of that's likely to happen in the event that we have now, not in the event that we have now submitted. The European President is saying that we can still change our mind, but it's impossible. Democracy must be respected. We cannot change our mind. We have gone. We have 2 years now to clear our luggage. In that 2 years is what we call processing, where the Prime Minister will have to, on behalf of all of us, to do the negotiation on the security, the defense, the free movement of person, the trade standard, the customs, and many other things. They have to negotiate. So that 2 years, we have 2 years, 29th of March 2019, the end. During that period, it has been said by the Prime Minister that as at yesterday, anyone that comes from Europe will not be able to have access to benefits anymore. Latin law. From yesterday, you will not have access unless you are in the country already. And if you are not in the country already, forget it. If you don't have your residence permit. What will happen to Europeans that are in the UK, we are not sure of it yet. It's part of what they want to discuss among each other and negotiate. Because whatever happens to them here, the Europeans in the UK, the same will happen to the British in the European countries as well. You take care of my citizen, I take care of your citizen. You maltreat my citizen, I maltreat yours as well. So that's what's going to happen in the end. But in the meantime, if you are in the UK and you are a European national and you have not shown that you have your residence blue card, whatever happens after then, you have yourself to blame. 2 years, we still have it. So I think if you still want to apply, you can still apply. But then, whatever conditions they put to it, you have to bear it. But for those who have submitted before it was triggered yesterday, you are okay. Your case is different. For all those that have submitted, as long as you are working at the time you submitted your application, that's fine. Because if you have not submitted and you are claiming benefit, working tax credit, this tax credit, you might lose some of them. You might lose some of them. It is possible that you would lose some of them. You know, but I don't want to capitalize on that. But that's what I can tell you straight away, that you're more likely to lose some of them if you have not submitted your application. Now, the reason why I call this emergency coming up now is because I want you to know that ó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ níta, ìwọ tó bá wà ńbẹ̀ tó bá ń gbọ́ mi nísìnyí ó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ohun tó dẹ̀ ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé àwọn èèyàn kan ti lọ sign on tí wọ́n padà wọlé mọ́. Wọ́n lọ ti ọwọ́ bọ̀wé, àwọn tó máa ń ti ọwọ́ bọ̀wé yẹn ti lọ ti ọwọ́ bọ̀wé, ọmọ padà dé mọ́. Ó ti yé yín, èèyàn bíi 4-5 tí wá sọ ọ́fíìsì mi sàn tó wá sọ fún mi. So mo fẹ́ kó ta etí ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ dáadáa, kó gbọ́ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ. Mi ì lè ráyè láti máa rí gbogbo communication, but at least tí mo fẹ́ sọ ní ìsìn, fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ fi sọ́wọ́ yín, kẹ́ ẹ ti sọ fáwọn yòókù, ẹ tight belt yín. Tí o bá ní ìwé nínú ilé, tí o lọ ń kí ọwọ́ bọ̀wé, tó lọ síwájú wọn tó lọ ń kọ ọwọ́ bọ̀wé lọ́sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ làbí lọ́sẹ̀ méjì àbí nígbàkigbà tó bá ń ṣe tó dẹ̀ ní ìwé kankan nínú ilé, ohun tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ẹ lọ́hùn yẹn kó fara mọ́. Nítorí wọ́n ní àwọn èèyàn tó lọ, àwọn mi ti gbàbẹ̀ dé Nàìjíríà. wọn ò jẹ́ kí lọ́ọ̀yà mọ̀, wọn ò jẹ́ kí lọ́ọ̀yà mọ̀ kó tó di pé wọ́n tí ó tó di pé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yẹn ń ṣẹlẹ̀. So you really need to understand what you want to do when you want to go to the Home Office to report. I will say it at any time. Doesn't bother me. But I just want you to understand what I'm saying. If you don't have something that you have submitted to the Home Office and you are telling people that you are a good person, you have to report because you don't want your name to be damaged. Your name has already been damaged by overstaying your visa. So you are already a bad boy or a bad girl. So it makes no difference anymore if you are now categorized as a bad person because you don't attend your reporting center. It doesn't make any difference anymore. You must be able to show that you have a strong board, strong something to show before you can go out there. Do you understand? To go and make and to go and sign up. If you don't have and you put yourself out there, you're going to be affecting yourself. At the end of the day, you're going to blame yourself for that. So don't say you are not told. Like I said last time, and people think that it's an hearsay. It is not an hearsay. It's a real talk and a real life problem. If you're not prepared to submit DNA on a child that is born and have British passport, a baby, before you put your application to the Home Office, you're going to be wasting your time. You're going to be exposing yourself. You're going to be, in fact, I don't know what to tell you, but it's a real life story. You need to get that done and get it right before you put your application together. Now, on the issue of those who have submitted application for permanent residence, if you have submitted application to apply for a permanent residence under your EA national person on a retained right of residence, if you cannot provide evidence of 5 years of exercise of treaty rights, both of you together before the divorce certificate was issued, if you cannot provide evidence that the EA person was working before the divorce certificate was issued, so it is not advisable to do that. You need to get advice on the highest. I think I have line open now. I want to take some calls, a few calls on 07908 628 240, 07908 628 240. You're welcome, Yami. You understand? So it's 07908 628 240. I would love to take calls and give advice now before I leave. For all those that have been pestering me with their phone calls on my time online, call in now. 07908 628 240. You are fantastic. 07908 628 240. This is your arena to ask questions. This is an opportunity for you to know exactly what you can do. You're married to an EA person, you're no longer together, and you have divorced, but you cannot have full evidence of working of that person before an application is due for submission. Thank you. You're not going to succeed on that application, so don't even waste your time. And if you're one of those that are reporting to the Secretary of State at Beckett House or Croydon or X-Ware because they revoke your EA residence card and you say you want to be a good person, you're already a bad person on a bad book. So going there to go and report does not make you be a good person. Mama detain you. Mama detain you. the effect of Brexit on non-EU members will be known clearly. But the impact at the moment is that those who are reporting are being detained at the moment. The impact as at yesterday is that those that are going for reporting are not returning back. They are now detaining them. You understand? The impact of it as at yesterday, people are being detained. And they are being detained and taken away before their lawyer is aware of what is going on. So it's not a joke. If we are out of Europe, which we are partially now coming out, so we will be completely out of Europe in 2019, you're not going to be able to rely on article whatever you are using. Article 8, Article 12, Article this, Article that, European Convention on Human Rights. We have to incorporate it into our domestic law. So we have to find a way out, to get it incorporated perfectly. But as we speak at the moment, you can still continue to rely on it in the meantime. But for how long you want to rely on it for, I cannot guarantee you. How long are you going to rely on it? I can't guarantee you. But the impact has already started showing as at yesterday. The impact is there. So if you don't have papers with the Home Office, please think carefully. You can't go far with it. And you say you want to be a good person, you continue to report. Am I detaining you? Yes. I'm a Muslim. But the Muslim on your own. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Hello, ma.
Yeah, shall I feel me? Okay.
Should be a live show, ma.
Mo wà lórí live here.
Okay. Say your money definitely to remain.
Okay. Okay. Ó wà lórí indefinite leave to remain. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀dẹ̀ ti ní pálí pupa. Tòmátà ìgbà wo náà fóun ní ìgbà wo ló gbà ìwé. Bọ̀ ìgbà wo ló submit ìwé. Ìgbà wo ló kọ́kọ́ submit the first application to the Home Office that she was granted. Kódà tó gbà ó ti overstay. Exactly. So it means that 10 years ló máa dúró láti ìgbà tó ti kọ́kọ́ submit application fún the first discretionary leave yẹn. Ó máa láti dúró 10 years. Láti ìgbà tó ti submit mo sọ kì í ṣe pé láti ìsìn lọ láti ìgbà tó ti submit ó máa calculate 10 years ni. So tó bá yẹ pé ó ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lò 7 years ní ìsìn ó ní 3 years míì láti lọ. Show clear, Sha. Does that make sense to you? Okay, all right. Okay. All right, thank you. Okay. You're welcome. Hello? Hey, Makasa. Own report lọ́dọ̀ Home Office. Show that níwèé inú ilé. So kí ló lọ report fún nígbà tí ó bá níwèé nínú ilé. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ wà ńkọ́? Àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ńkọ́? Àwọn ọdún ìgbà wo làwọn ẹ̀ ti wà nínú ìlú? Ha. Èmi ò mọ nǹkan tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ mi lè guarantee o bẹ́ẹ̀ tí mo kàn mọ̀ pé ìta lè nísìnyí ni àwọn tó dẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ sí àwọn ni wọ́n ń pè mí kíákíá náà sì ti sọ fún mi at least èèyàn 4-5 ti pè mí láàárọ̀ ló ti sọ fún mi lónìí ní ìsìn tí mo ti get information so that's why mo ṣe force láti wá síta kíákíá so Oh yes, yes, definitely. Definitely for now. So impact the Brexit straight away. Okay? No problem. If you want to call, you can call back because I've seen so many missed calls quickly, but I can only take when I'm free. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Hello, ma.
Ẹ káàsán. Mo wà lórí live ni. Okay. Mm. Mm. Wọ́n fún ní 2.5 years. Ṣó gbà wọlé ni, ṣó wá láti ó fi wọlé láti Èkó ni. Asylum ló fi gbà. Wá fẹ́ apply fún ẹlẹ́kẹta. So kó lo 1 year lé lórí. But that is provided there is a letter that's to that effect. Tí o bá sí letter to that effect, she's gonna waste money. Ó máa lose application yẹn. So there's supposed to be a letter that comes with the grant of status. Láti sọ wípé 120 months l'application yẹn or 60 months ni or so months. Letter máa wá tó máa sọ fún pé ìgbà tó fi máa gbà ní. So she needs to go and look into that letter. Ó máa lo ẹ̀mẹ́rin ni because wọ́n accept asylum claim ẹ̀. That's why they gave her 2.5 years. So tó bá sọ pé lawyer, tó bá sọ pé represent home office sọ fóun, it has to be in writing. If it's not written down, then it's not worth it. That means it's not true. Okay, all right. Hello. Yeah. Mà kásán ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sọ sókè tí ní kémi lè gbọ́ yín. Ẹ kásán. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Mm-hmm. Ọmọ wo lẹ́lẹ́ ní kílẹ̀ pé jẹ́ 10 years old àbí? Ẹ ṣe bíbá ilẹ̀ bí sí? Ẹ lè file fún registration ni. Ẹ lè béèrè fún registration ọmọ yẹn. So ẹ máa wá fún advice unless ẹ pẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe fún yín lókù. Tí ẹ bá fẹ́ ṣe fún yín, you still have to come for advice. Because tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ṣe fúnra yín tẹ́ bá ní information lọ́wọ́ ẹ kàn fẹ́ lọ bà application yẹn jẹ́ ni. So you need to come in and take advice before you can get it done yourself. If at all you can do it yourself. Well, Woolish Lawa. Yes, but I bought a book appointment. So call office on 0208. Mo wà l'office but ẹ pè secretary directly on 0208 309 8808. Ẹ pè secretary directly. Ẹ book appointment for consultation. Okay? All right. Bye. Someone having ILR and been in UK since 2010 on student visa, later granted 2 years extension visa, and she haven't overstayed and now on leave to remain spouse visa on 5 years route. When can she apply? That is not true. You said somebody is having an ILR and then later on student visa, later on this. That is not true. Please, That question is not right. So you need to rephrase your question, please. That question is not right. Once you are on indefinite leave to remain, that's fine now. Unless you have done something wrong and it's revoked. But if it's not revoked, you cannot be on indefinite leave to remain and then go on spouse visa again. It's not possible. So please, can you call and get proper advice? The question you put out there is not clear at all. Someone having indefinite leave to remain and been in the UK since 2010 and on studying visa, later granted 2 years extension visa, and she hasn't overstayed and now on leave to remain spouse visa. That is not clear. How can it be on now? How can that person be on leave to remain now when he had indefinite leave to remain? That is not clear. So please, can you rephrase that and come for proper advice? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey,
my cousin. My cousin. Yeah. Yeah.
So, by July. Then, but they have one, July. But I think 2008.
2008 kí lẹ sọ pé ẹ dé?
2008 July.
So ó ti lò 7 years níbí báyìí. Ó máa pé 7 years ní July. How old wá lọ́mọ yẹn?
11 ló máa pé July.
Ó máa pé 11 years.
Yes.
Okay. So kí ni question yìí? Mm-hmm.
So the second or not it might be
Mm-hmm. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ti gbé ìwọlé tẹ́lẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ rí.
Àti pé ìwọlé wọn fún wa ní kọ́ọ̀tù láti lọ sí ọ̀dọ́ wọ́n tún dá padà wọ́n rí ju ìṣẹ̀ ní kọ́ọ̀tù náà tó wọ́n tún ní bóyá kí èèyàn tó fún wa sí ìwé.
Because gbogbo ìgbà tí à ń gbé ìwé yẹn wọlé, that child has not clocked continuous residence in the UK, so there was no basis of that application in the first instance, so you were just wasting money. You have to wait. There has to be cooling off period because it seems you have been up and down in the court.
2015.
Yeah, 2015. The child came in 2008, isn't it? So 2015. How many years near? So kò pé 7 láti gbé wọlé. It wasn't 7 years before you put the application in. Mm-hmm. And it depends on what you have said to the Home Office because they are not stupid as well. So if you want me to have a look at the paperwork, I'm not saying leave your lawyer, but let me have a look at the paperwork. Can you hear me? Yeah. If you want me to have a look at the paperwork, by all means, you can do so. Okay?
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, bye. There is a question that says, please, ma, can someone on EA family permit staff to work before obtaining their residence card from gathered information? Residence card application takes up to 6 months. Also, ma, can the person apply? If you look at the family permit, that means that you came in with, it doesn't allow you to work. So you have to convert it to residence card inside the country. It does not allow you to work. Family permit application visa that you came in with, it was only 6 months. It's just to allow you to enter the UK as a family member, but you have to make application as a family member inside the United Kingdom for residence card 5 years. And if you can't do that, you're not going to be able to get your right to work in the UK because you must have a certificate of application. So I think you should be doing the right thing at the right time. So if you want some advice further, I'll be more than happy to give you consultation on that. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Please, ma, mo fẹ́ bèrè ní pé how long ló máa take home office? Because mo ti gbèrè wọlé láti tiẹ̀. Dẹ̀ tí ì gbọ́ anything. December ni mo ṣe biometric. Ṣó ní kí n pè wọ́n ni?
You did biometric in December, Abi?
Yes, ma.
Was it you went for renewal or just a new application?
Just new application.
On what basis was that? What was the reason for your application?
I have a child.
Mm.
My husband is British, and my baby is British.
Ah. And you submitted in December, Abi?
Yes. No, I submitted in June.
June last year?
Yes, ma'am.
You might be waiting. You might get your brain ready for a DNA test.
Okay, ma'am.
Get your brain ready for that. Yeah?
All right, all right, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Yeah, bye. Thank you. So the issue here is that if you're a family member of an European national and you came to UK under family permit, you need to convert it to residence card, which will allow you to work. If you cannot convert it, you will not be able to work. It does not allow you to work. It says it on it. So you need to convert it. And before the conversion, you need to go and apply for your N9, apply for this, apply for everything. So you can have that right remains with you in the UK, along with your EA person. Hello?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. Please, ma'am, I have a 2 years, 2.5 visa, leave to remain, regarding my first daughter. So my daughter have British. So I had a second one with another dash. So I'm trying, and he doesn't have paper. So I'm trying, maybe I can apply for him now, or maybe when I renew, because the 2 years is going to be last December. So I was trying to get advice. Maybe I can apply for him now, or after when I renew.
You mean you just had a child, yeah?
Yes, I have the child. The child is 11 months now.
But are you traveling? Do you want to travel now?
No, I've not traveled. I don't want to travel now.
Why do you want to waste money now?
Okay.
Yeah?
I'm not traveling. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, don't. There's no need, because you're going to pay the same fees as an adult, like an adult.
Okay, to my daughter.
Yeah.
So, but what about his dad?
How do you get your 2.5 years?
I got it from the first one, the first child I have. That one, his daddy is British. So the second one I had, his daddy doesn't have paper.
I think you need advice.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's why I'm asking that.
So that is the reason why you need to book appointment to come for consultation.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, ma.
Emma Kassan.
Hello, ma. Ma, mo fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ nǹkan lọ́wọ́ yín, ma.
Okay.
Yes, ma. Ma, mo wà ní orí spouse visa ni, ma.
Okay.
So mo ti gbà láti Nàìjíríà. Wọ́n fún mi ní 2.5 months. So ìgbà tí mo wá lò tán, mo wá fẹ́ extension. So wọ́n wá sọ pé mo jẹ owó. Ìgbà tí wọ́n kọ́ wá síbi lórí visiting visa. So wọ́n lo NHS, because the second day tí mo dé, mo ní gallstone so mo ṣáà sanwó yẹn. So ìgbà tó wá yá, mo ṣáà fẹ́ mo sanwó yẹn díẹ̀díẹ̀. There was a time that mi ò lè sanwó yẹn mọ́ due to some certain stress mo go through. After that spouse visa mi tán, I went through stress. So ìgbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ extension, wọ́n fẹ́ gbà tó fún mi ní alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ yẹn, wọn ò sọ̀rọ̀ nípa NHS yẹn. Ìgbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ gba ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì, wọ́n wá ní mo jẹ owó. Ìpèpọ̀ àwọn rí pé mo sanwó yẹn díẹ̀díẹ̀. Ìpèpọ̀ àwọn ò lè fún mi. So immediately tó refuse ẹ̀, mo dẹ̀ lọ san gbogbo owó yẹn. Owó yẹn is close to £5,000, and mo dẹ̀ san. Mo dẹ̀ kọ lẹ́tà sí wọn pé mo ti sanwó yẹn because wọn ò fún mi ní passport mi. Wọ́n wá ní pé wọ́n kọ lẹ́tà padà sí mi pé àwọn decide application yẹn based on the fact that mo jẹ owó ní time tí mo ṣe application yẹn. That's why táwọn ṣe refuse me. So.
Because the fact that what does the father of that child has paper? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, ma.
Ṣé bàbá ọmọ yẹn anyway?
No, èmi spouse visa ni anyway British ni wọ́n, èmi dẹ̀ marry wọn. So èmi ni mo jẹ owó Gusto ni mo ní kò ṣe pé bóyá.
But your spouse visa, was it from abroad?
Yes.
So why did they want you to come and pay if you have entry clearance?
Because ìgbà tí mo kọ́ wá sílùú yìí on a visiting visa before I met
ó sì yé mi, wọ́n á gbà. Wọ́n á gbà. They're going to take it from you. They're going to take that money from you.
Yeah, I've given.
If there is an arrangement in place that you are paying, then you are fine. But if there's no arrangement that you started paying that money, it's going to affect your status. Can you? Not to refuse it. I know. So they refuse you based on that.
Yes.
Have you appealed against the decision?
Yes.
You have, yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you started paying their money back? Ẹ ti lọ san gbogbo owó yẹn.
And I wrote a letter to them because my passport money receipts and everything. I went through because I lost a baby when I was here and it was very stressful. So that's why I think we can concentrate because there was a time I stopped paying that money because I was not working, I was stressed. So I want to pay, but if you stop, that is somewhere and everything. But there's something okay. At lawyer, somewhere this doesn't happen. So I want to pay. I will make decision based on the father.
But you're going to get it on appeal, so don't worry. I'm not scared.
Okay, ma.
So don't worry. You'll be all right. As long as you have paid that money, as soon as you know. Exactly. So part of the argument is that you are not aware. Because they should have picked it up when they granted you entry clearance.
Okay, ma.
They should have picked it up. So it was an oversight from their end, and you shouldn't have been punished for that. But what they should have done is to ask you to go and make payment before they make their final decision.
Yes.
They shouldn't have. But on appeal, I'm very confident that you'll be all right.
God bless you, ma.
So don't worry. Don't stress yourself.
All right, ma.
Okay? All right, bye.
Yes, ma.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Please hold on. I want to answer some of the online questions. Please, ma, if someone has put in asylum application and is reporting at police station, is it still safe to be reporting since Article 50 has been triggered? It's fine because you have application in already, so that's fine, okay? You can carry on reporting because you have something to back you up, so that's fine. Okay, what's your question? Yeah, Kasam, yeah.
Family member, family resident card. So the marriage will last for 4 years, isn't it? But nígbàtí wọ́n issue ìwé yẹn, it will do 2.5 years lórí background issue because ẹsẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ tí marriage yẹn take place kan ni wọ́n we should take like another year. So marriage yẹn last 2.5 years, isn't it? But at the moment, marriage yẹn looks like wetin break down since with the look of things. So one will be able to apply for retain wife later in the year.
We have triggered Article 50, so you have some years for 2 years now to do whatever you want to do. But your European person must be exercising treaty rights in the UK in the event that you have divorced her. If your European person is not in the UK, your return rights will not go through. Yeah, so but there must be a divorce certificate in place for anything you want to do. And you have to continue to work for 5 years, but you need to show that the person is in the UK from for 5 years up until the divorce period. So if the person has only spent 2 years or 3.5 years at the divorce period, that at the divorce certificate time, then you're not going to go through, because the whole idea is for 5 years exercise of treaty right.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Bye. So if you have your wife or your husband that you married to from European national as an European national, and something went wrong between two of you and your relationship is not going smoothly anymore, the law says that separation does not confirm it. Divorce has to confirm that. And at the time of divorce, there has to be evidence of living in the UK when you are putting a retained right of residence in. Hello? Hello? Yeah? It's what? Oh, go on then, go on. What's shaking?
So ọmọ mi mo lè bímọ mẹ́ta mo apply fún àwọn ọmọ wọn ṣàkóso 2.5 years. So ọmọ mi first born mi ó ṣe pé wá pé 7 years ní year yìí. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti already fún ní 2.5 years. So ṣé mo dúró ìdẹ́nu mo dẹ̀ bí sí? So ṣé mo lè gba British fún àbí mi lè gbà tó bá ti pé 7 years?
No, if your child is born in the UK, your child will have to wait 10 years continuous residence before British passport, before you can apply for registration. It's 10 years, not 7 years.
Okay. Okay. And ṣé mo lè gbé tó bá ti pé 7 years nìyẹn because bàbá ẹ̀ kò níwèé. So ṣé mo lè gbé wọlé lọ́gbà bàbá ẹ̀ kí mi náà dẹ̀ fi 2 years tèmi náà sí 2.5 years tèmi náà sí. Pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta mi.
How do you mean by under baba?
I mean, ṣé mo lè gbé wọlé fún bàbá ẹ̀?
Ṣé jẹ́ ń gbé papọ̀ ni?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni a ti gbé papọ̀ for the past 5 years.
To make it much easier, I think you should come for consultation, please.
Okay. Okay, mo kàn tẹ fẹ́ mọ faith wa ni because mo ṣe fẹ́ renew ìwé mi so.
But you can't get your faith like that on online, that kind of question. You can't get it like that.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh yeah, me continue so when you have time.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Can you please give me some help, please?
Go on.
Hello. Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
I just want to. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
I just want to find out some information about immigration.
Go on.
I've got. I live with my partner, and he has applied for his indefinite. He did asylum and was granted 5 years, but he has put his application in for indefinite leave to remain, which is still at the home office at the moment, and we have a child together. I don't have a paper. I don't have anything. So the child automatically have, and can I have through the child?
I didn't get that question. You said you applied for asylum initially.
No, my partner applied for asylum and was given 5 years. And he has put his application in for indefinite leave to, after the 5 years has elapsed. He has put his application in December for indefinite leave to remain.
Has it been granted?
No, he's still in the home office now. He just put it in on, I think, January.
But does your partner mention you that he has a partner when he applied for asylum as well?
No, he didn't.
He didn't mention you?
Then we didn't know each other then.
Oh, you haven't met then, yeah?
Yes.
So you have to... So now, after when he was granted, you now met and you have child together?
Yes, we just had the child just this month.
Okay, so wait.
His application is already for indefinite leave at home office after the 5 years work.
He needs to get he needs to get his indefinite leave to remain out first.
Okay.
After when he had got that, then he can apply. He can now apply to register his child,
Okay.
and the child will have British passport.
Okay.
That will be after when he's got his indefinite leave.
It comes out. He can now do that for the child.
It's when his indefinite leave is out. He needs to wait
Okay.
until the indefinite leave to remain is out.
Okay. Then before I had a child for him, I had a child that brought from Africa. She came into like 5 years ago. She stayed for like 5 years. She's going to be 5 years, maybe around July. She'll be 5 years in this country. And I don't know when to put the application in. And I don't have myself, but I don't know how to go about it.
You will be able to apply when your man gets his indefinite leave to remain.
Okay.
But
All of us can apply them.
You cannot apply them because you haven't. None of you qualified. Both you and your daughter, your child that you brought in, qualified in your under that rules that are available now. You know, so you have to wait. Say that again.
I said, is it the baby that only qualified?
Because the baby is your man's baby. And the baby and the man is applying for his indefinite leave to remain. So when the indefinite leave to remain is granted, he will be able to apply for his child, apply British passport for his child.
Okay.
And once you apply for his child, then you can now make application under him. But you have to prove that you are living together for 2 years or more.
Okay.
If you don't have evidence of living together, it's not going to go straightforward. When you want to do that, then you can put your child that you brought in from Nigeria or from elsewhere, you can put that child under that application as well.
Okay.
But you need more advice before the time. Don't say I didn't tell you.
All right, ma. We'll come and see you because we don't live in London. We live outside London.
Okay. What origin is your man? What origin?
My husband is from Africa, Uganda.
Uganda. Okay, all right. Okay. Was it the one that first called me that picked up the phone before you?
Yes, it was the one.
Okay.
Let me give the phone to him so that he can talk to you.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Other people want to come on.
Yes, mommy. I know you were taking a long time. I'm really desperate for my woman. She's from where you come from. You're all the same.
I've already explained to her what she needs to do. So let me take on other calls here. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hello.
No,
Yeah.
I can't tomorrow.
Yeah, Kasan.
Yes, ma'am. Now, I'm going to what's the in your face? Could I get busy? I think I'll have to get in touch. Which one mean only British passport, but I want to know we at the government, but we are an issue. That is a Monday. This summer lang about that for the past 3 years and things. But then the proof of very good in some of them. Who take the property Malaysia. I think that way for the British passport.
Ẹ̀yin ní ìwé àbí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ mo ní British passport.
Òun wá ń kọ́.
Kò tí ì sí kankan.
Ìgbà wo ló wọlé?
Àwọn tí mo ṣe díẹ̀ náà ti lọ bí 10-15 years.
Okay. Ó ti tó bí 10-15 years. Ọmọdé wà láàrin yín. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ní evidence pé ẹjọ́ ń gbé papọ̀. You can make application for her. No, tọ́mọ bá wà láàrin yín. Tọ́mọ bá wà láàrin yín. Ó dẹ̀ ti wà nílùú tipẹ́. Kò dẹ̀ sọ́mọ kan ẹ̀yin náà kò dẹ̀ ṣe pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀yin náà ti bí ọmọ tẹ́lẹ̀ rí. Kò ṣe pé ẹ̀yin náà ti bí ọmọ tẹ́lẹ̀ rí. I think that's going to be a bit difficult because British passport ló wà lọ́wọ́ yín, isn't it? It's going to be a bit difficult because they're not going to take your relationship serious if you don't have child between two of you. Either in the relationship or from previous relationship, you must have. Okay? Okay. All right, thank you.
Hello, ma.
Yeah, hi.
Fine, ma. I have a sister sister kò jẹ́ pé wọ́n wà ní ìbàyí kíní náà ti relocate wà jẹ́ Holland so wọ́n ní pali Holland ṣe relocate 2 years ago but ọkọ wọn wà ní Naija wọ́n ti ṣe wedding so ọkọ wọn máa ń wá Holland tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ but I think it's precipitation kò ló dé kọ́ wọn ní wọ́n gba pali wọn red passport ní Holland so wọn jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ wọn wá sí Holland bí àwọn ọ̀dẹ́ mi ṣáà pọ̀ tí wọ́n wá dáhùn pé wọ́n wá fẹ́ apply fún wọn láti Naija ń sìn ṣé visa nìkan lò fún wọn ni àbí kán gbé wọn wọlé normally pẹ̀lú ìwé ọmọ wọn.
ṣé ọkọ wọn níwèé? Does he have a paper?
ọkọ wọn níwèé kò níwèé but wọn lọmọ méjì.
How is he going to do it? How is he going to do it?
so wọn wò pé bóyá kọ́ wọn gbé wọn wá láti Naija wọ́n sì gbé bàtọ́.
Yeah, but if he hasn't got right to remain in the UK, he cannot bring in someone else from overseas.
àwọn níwèé wọn ní pali Holland.
Oh, European national.
European national ni wọn.
But he can get his wife in as a family permit, under family permit, family member. She can get the husband in.
Okay, ma. Because your husband won't share, so one will refuse one.
I think I need to see the refusal notice.
Notice.
So can you tell the person to book? Tell the person to book appointments to come for consultation and bring the refusal notice, and then we take it on from there.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, ma.
Okay.
Okay, ma. All right, ma. Thank you, ma. Yes, ma.
Okay. Hello. 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 So like we were explaining, this question is, please ma, I sent my sister to you. I am the person in Ireland. She's waiting for you to call her. Your sister needs to call me. I can't call your sister. If your sister wants my advice, I'm afraid to tell you, your sister will have to call me. I can't call. How many people can I call? Do you know how many numbers of people that call me all the time? So I can't call. Your sister will have to call me and ask and take advice from me. 07908 628 240 07908 628 240. Your sister will have to call and get advice. Your sister cannot be waiting for me to call because I have loads of people online, so there's no way I can be calling individual back. It's not possible. The alternative for your sister is to call on the online and just to speak to me inbox me. You know, that's the alternative. Hello. Mm.
So show what they can at the low 2.5 years but the marriage itself is at 4 years. So show what they can apply for whichever you go apply for permanent residence.
If you are living together as man and wife, why can't you apply as under permanent residence straight away if you are together? But if you have divorced and you are no longer together as man and wife, then it means that you have to show evidence that the lady has exercised treaty right for 5 years in the UK until the divorce period, and must be in the UK while you are even making your application for retain right.
Okay. So retain right is more appropriate. You can apply for.
I wouldn't say so unless there is a problem between two of you. It is more appropriate for you to make application with your wife. But if both of you are not together as man and wife any longer and you have divorced, so you have the divorce certificate, then the advice would be that you should now take through the route of a retained right of residence. That would be your alternative.
Even if the 5 years, why not make lapse?
No, you cannot make application because you will not be having your 5 years residence then. You must be able to exercise treaty right along with your person for 5 years.
Okay. Because she is already exercising the treaty for 4 years now.
So it has to be 5 years. Okay.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Bye. I think I have to go now. Okay, don't cook more shocking your okay. But the advice is that. Hello.
Hello, ma.
Yeah, quickly.
Hello. but ìgbà tó bímọ yẹn kò fi orúkọ mi sí. So our process láti change orúkọ yẹn tẹ́tẹ́. So àti send the Guinness registrar láti change orúkọ yẹn. Wọ́n láwọn máa gé back to àwọn ṣáà ní ká ṣe àwọn process. A ṣe DNA, a ṣe everything. But mo àwọn pé ṣé a lè gbé ìwọlé pẹ̀lú àwọn evidence náà ni.
Under kini passport kini status ìyá ọmọ yẹn.
Oh, EU ni.
Ọmọ wọn kọ́ kini pálí tẹ gbà fọ́mọ.
Àti ìgbà pálí wọn ti gbà pálí.
But yet EU ṣá nìyẹn. The mother is European national.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so do you have marriage certificate? But do you live together?
No, I do for.
You're not going to be able to make application now. You need evidence to show that you are living with your wife or your husband before you can make a successful application. Take any bajade. But you still have to show evidence of living with the woman, for God's sake.
Okay.
Don't you understand?
Okay. All right, I see, ma'am.
Please let me make a summary of this question that this person just asked now, so that you can get it right in future. Do not attempt to put in an application when you don't have evidence of living with your woman. You must have evidence. If you don't have evidence, you're not going to go far. Even if she has a child for you, you still have to show, because the child hasn't got passport. The child only have a birth certificate. So there is no any evidence of connection. So you need to show that you have lived with you are living with the woman for 2 years or more, or you have a marriage certificate with some proof of address over 6 months. If you don't have either of those evidence, then there is no need to put in an application, because you'll be wasting your time, your money, and then waste the Home Office staff's time as well. And they get crossed when you put in an application that doesn't worth putting in. They get annoyed, they get crossed, and you start having a dirty application on their system, and they will take it against you. They will take it against you. So you need to let us get it right now. You must have evidence of living with your partner for 2 years. If you don't have evidence of living with your partner for 2 years, then there is no need to waste your time. Toliko make sense. If you don't release your number, I'm not going to take your call, because I don't have the time. Release your number so I know who is calling me. I have to go now because I have other appointment, physical appointment to deal with. I only come out quickly to talk. If I have time before I leave, I'll come back to come and take questions. If not, inbox me your question and I will answer you back when I'm free later on. Thank you. Bye.